Hi guys, Robert here with another video. So in this one, following a theme of my other videos recently, kind of experiences of NDErs, right? Near-death experiencers, and the wisdom that they bring back with, right? So in this one, let's talk about the music and the colors that they experience once they are kind of out of the body and on the other side, right? And if you found this video, you probably know what a near-death experience is, right? And maybe you have heard of it. But if you don't know exactly, right, look at my other video where I explain kind of what a near-death experience is, right? And I wanted to do that just in case somebody doesn't know, right, to explain what it is. And then what I'm going to do is cover the most kind of important parts of near-death experiences and the most important wisdom that a lot of people bring back. Okay, so in this one, let's talk about the music and the colors that a lot of people experience, right? And this is across the board. This isn't one or two situations, but a lot of people who have these experiences come back with similar stories, right? Sometimes they're very unique, right, and particular to you, but the themes and the things they seem to experience is not very similar. It's the same thing, right? So a lot of them report in this instance what they kind of saw, right, colors, and what they heard, right, with not their ears, but that's another thing, right? So let's just get into it. So the colors, everybody who has a profound message that came back when it comes to colors say the colors are unlike anything you can experience here. So there's colors in that other reality, that other frequency, whatever you want to call it, that other side, right? When you cross over, or depending on your understanding, is quite vivid. Everything is very vivid, very clear, very bright. They report here it's very dull. The colors are very limited. They're very not, like I said, they're very dull. The problem here becomes how do you explain what you experience, because sometimes you can't explain everything that you actually experienced, right? And that's the problem that NDErs come to, right? Because they have experienced these profound things, yet they only have the human language, right, or languages to explain what happened, which doesn't suffice, right? So when it comes to color, they say it's very, when they come back here, everything's very dull, very kind of low grade, like not HD, right? And on the other side, everything is very vivid, very HD. You can see everything, right, up close, right? The colors there, they have like here, but also many others that, well, if you have never seen it, therefore there's no human language to describe it. How do you describe it, right? So the colors are even out of this world, right? Now, music. A lot of them say music is something like nothing you can experience here. Also very problematic to explain, right? Because how do you, right? They experienced it, right? We just kind of hear about it, so it's a little, something gets lost in translation, right? But they say the music is more beautiful than anything you may have heard here, right? It's times a million. And oftentimes the interesting things about colors and music both is they say they see it and they feel it with their whole being. And oftentimes they describe it as they actually can taste it, right? So how could you possibly ever explain this and fully understand, right? If you haven't been on the other side and, have come back, right? How could you ever understand what it's like to feel color and music with your whole being, not just your, because you don't have eyes and you don't have ears, right? So that's, like I said, it becomes problematic, but it's the most beautiful music you have ever heard. Nothing compares. It's, a lot of them explain kind of like, imagine, and I know based on your kind of teaching when you were growing up, angels, right? It's like 1,000 angels singing the most beautiful song, right? I mean, how could you ever even come close to experiencing something here, right? um, and like even they describe, going back to colors, right? Like grass, you can see the grass is, first of all, it's alive and moving and it has its own energy, therefore it has its own colors too. I mean, wow, right? It seems so beautiful, so profound, and something to look forward to, right? Honestly, not to. I don't want anybody of you to have a near-death experiences or to die, right? But jokingly about it, like how profound, how beautiful, how vivid, how you can actually taste the color, like how does that happen even, right? So this is what a lot of them, and they all like kind of across the board have similar patterns and similar experiences, right? So this is my own kind of knowledge passed on to you from my own, so you don't have to watch hundreds or thousands at this point like this person, right? So I'm passing on that to you. So I hope you found this interesting and relatable, and please share, like, subscribe if you resonate with stuff like this, and maybe my other videos that I talk about. All right, so see you in the next one. Thanks.